Hi everyone, it's Foolish Pedro here, and I'm bringing you a brand new update to my Fallout New Vegas analysis video. Since I uploaded my video a couple of weeks ago, many of you have posted comments about rumours, information, and ideas for Fallout New Vegas. Since a lot of this info came out after I made the video, I decided it'd be a good idea to update it. Now, I think we can pretty much be more or less certain that this is not just a teaser trailer, but this will also become the intro for Fallout New Vegas, just as the teaser trailer for Fallout 3 became the intro for Fallout 3. The first thing we see is this cowboy's face. This cowboy is called Vegas Vic, and in my opinion, he will be replacing the Vault Boy from Fallout 3. You can also see a hint of the morality system here, as the cowboy has a happy face and an angry face. Now, I made a comment on my last video where I said that Fallout New Vegas is going to be heavily themed on the Wild West, and a lot of people really did not like this idea at all. Now, I know it's not actually going to be set in the 1800s. I just mean that the Wild West style would very much fit the Fallout universe, and from a few screenshots I've seen, it very much looks like the Wild West to me. As we begin to zoom out, we see that this screen with the cowboy's face on is actually the head of a robot. This robot is called Victor. We don't really know that much about Victor, except that maybe he's been programmed to go out and look for bodies in the wasteland. Now, this TV screen robot, although this individual is called Victor, I reckon there'll be many more TV robots like this, both friendly and evil, as there's a gun muzzle in the hand of the robot, as you can see here, fulfilling a similar role to the Mr. Handy and Protectatron robots we saw in Fallout 3. As we continue to zoom out, we see that Victor is unearthing a body. I am certain that he is digging up the body and not burying it, and many of you agree. Now, this body is going to be you. Believe it or not, yeah, you start off dead. This is the character you play, known simply as the Courier. It turns out that you've been shot in the face and then just left in a shallow grave. Somehow you miraculously survive this, and Victor takes you to the nearby settlement of Goodsprings, where you are taken care of by a Dr. Mitchell who heals you and gives you a new face and everything. You're also given a 9mm pistol, a jumpsuit from Vault 21 for some reason, and most importantly of all, a Pip-Boy 3000. So we're going to see a return of the Pip-Boy, so a return of the maps and the inventory, and also the VAT system will return. Goodsprings is where the game is going to start for you. Just like you're born in Fallout 3, it's going to be a very similar routine here, where you get to choose your face, because obviously your old face was blown to pieces, so you have to build a new one. I've seen a very interesting screenshot here featuring Dr. Mitchell, featuring these ink cards. You know, these are like the symmetric cards that psychiatrists and doctors use, and basically you have to describe what you see in the picture. So this is probably going to be like the GOAT test from Fallout 3. Basically you answer questions, and based on your answers it sort of determines what your character will be like. Another common rumour that may have been confirmed is that there's going to be a race system to this, where you get to choose from a number of different characters, one of which is going to be a Chinese spy. Now, the Chinese spy was sent to blow up Hoover Dam, but then all the bombs fell and he survived, and now he's a ghoul, because you know ghouls can live for hundreds of years. Also, it may be possible to import your Lone Wanderer character from Fallout 3, but I can't confirm this. This is just a rumour at the moment. As I mentioned before, your character is a courier, so obviously you carry parcels across the wasteland. And one of the main storylines from Fallout New Vegas is going to be about you retrieving a certain package, the one you just lost when you were shot in the face. And the story is going to be all about retrieving and finding out what this package is. I'm just guessing at the moment, but I think it's going to be a GECK, you know, a Garden of Eden creation kit, that's it. But that's just a guess, it could be anything. Okay, so as we continue to zoom out, we see New Vegas. As you can see, the power is still on, and I still think this is going to be a very important part of the game. So there'll be a lot of fighting over power and electricity. I'm more or less certain that the power does come from Hoover Dam, but I've also seen a screenshot of a solar farm as well, called Helios 1. Now, rumour has it that this is not just a solar farm, but also it could also contain a super weapon, like a giant solar laser or something. The other main thing you notice about New Vegas is that how intact it is. Now, we don't know this, but some people think that it may have been rebuilt from scratch, I think it's probably been protected by the mountains, because if you look around there's not really a lot of the sign of death and destruction. And there's quite a lot of plants around as well, especially if you've seen a few of the screenshots. So I reckon New Vegas and the whole area around New Vegas has sort of escaped most of the fallout from the nuclear war. So it's going to be a very much more intact area that we saw in Fallout 3 or the previous Fallouts. We also see that there aren't many recognisable landmarks from Las Vegas that we know today, apart from the stratosphere in the middle. Now, it's not actually going to be called the Stratosphere in Fallout New Vegas, it's going to go by the name of Lucky 38, so it's going to be a casino. And there probably are going to be other casinos, like I've seen a screenshot of one called Dinky the Dinosaur. There's going to be a lot of original casinos in this which don't actually exist. Will we see any ones that we know? I doubt it, to be honest. I think this is going to be a completely new settlement that's sort of loosely based on Vegas. And not Vegas that we know today. As I mentioned in the previous video, I think it's going to be very much like the Vegas of the 1950s and 60s, especially with the song you hear playing in the background, Blue Moon by Frank Sinatra. He was very big in Vegas in the 60s when it had a much more classier feel to it rather than the modern day now where it's Las Vegas is very tacky. I still think New Vegas is going to be a lot like Tenpenny Tower from Fallout 3. It's going to be a place that's very exclusive and reserved for the rich, but a lot of you disagreed and think it's going to be a lot more like a settlement from Mad Max or something, which is just ruled by crime and gangs and everything. So other settlements to appear around New Vegas. I already mentioned Good Springs and Helios 1. We're also going to probably see a few other places, like Black Mountain is a confirmed one. It's sort of like a radio station for super mutants. Fremont and McCarran Airport are going to appear. And also Hoover Dam. Now on my last video I said that Hoover Dam was probably going to be a base, but it's probably more likely to be a settlement. This has almost certainly been confirmed. It's sort of like going to be a bit like Megaton in a way, so who knows, maybe there'll be a mission where we get to either save Hoover Dam or blow it up, which will be cool if you can. A few of you have commented that Area 51 could be a possible location. Okay, so as we continue to zoom out, we finally see this figure on the end. Now this guy is definitely from the New California Republic. He's not Brotherhood of Steel, he's not Enclave, he is from the New California Republic. We know this by the flag. Now I kind of suggested in the last one that he was a baddie, but to be honest, I don't know, a lot of people have been disagreeing with that, and I can see why. I mean, the Brotherhood of Steel look pretty evil, and they turned out to be the good guys in the end, so maybe a huge part of this game is going to be the factions, and there's a huge list of factions which I'll just read out. Caesar's Legion, Crimson Caravan, the Nightkin, Powder Gangs, and the State of Utobitha. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's really weird spelling. It's going to be a big part of the gameplay, these factions. It's going to be up to you who you decide to go with. There's probably going to be loyalty missions with each faction as they fight against each other for land and territory and everything. Which is why I think we see this New California Republic flag here. I think that's a reference to territory. Okay, so then with the logo at the end, I mentioned this before, and the first thing you see in the logo is the power bolt in the middle. Now this has appeared on other Fallout logos, but it's given extra emphasis here, which is why I think power and electricity is going to be very important in this game still. So I'd like to talk about the enemies as well. There's like a few enemies which have been confirmed. Giant geckos we're going to see, and super mutants which I mentioned before, but we're going to see a lot of different types of super mutants this time. Quite interesting thing we're going to see is the Big Horner, which is basically a mutated mountain goat which has absolutely huge horns. We're probably going to see ghouls making a return as well. So a few other interesting ideas which a few people have had is a few people reckon, and that's been confirmed, that the currency in this game is not going to be bottle caps, but it's going to be casino chips, which I think is quite an interesting idea. A few new weapons have been confirmed as well. Like apparently we're going to get golf clubs. The 9mm pistol, there'll be a new version of that. There'll be a desert revolver, something called the varmint rifle. We're also going to get a grenade assault rifle. There are even rumours of a massive orbital laser, which should be cool if that's true. There's going to be more special weapons this time, but it looks like each special weapon is going to have its own skin on it. Like there's one here called the Virgin Mary pistol. I think it's been confirmed as well that we're going to see weapon customization in this game as well. Like, you'll be able to buy scopes and bigger clips and different ammunition for your weapons. Okay, so I hope you found everything in this video interesting. If you have any more information, let me know, and I might add it as an annotation to this video. Thank you and goodbye.